Good morning. Sound check. Hello. Sound check, please. Hello.
Other members of the cabinet, of course, our partner
Listen
in the
to
peace process, Chief
BBM first.
Minister
That's
Abud
Houston.
Ibrahim, Minister Ahmad, Minister Ahmad Ibrahim, and other ministers of the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region of Muslim Mindanao,
Hi,
my fellow
Nilda.
workers in government, distinguished
Maganda
guests,
topic
ladies and
natin ngayon.
gentlemen, good afternoon.
Inflation.
Today, we gather for a momentous occasion as it is the ceremonial signing of the joint circular prescribing the guidelines on the joint award of petroleum service contracts and coal operating contracts in the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region of Muslim Mindanao. The objectives of these guidelines are clear and they are resolute. They aim to facilitate the robust growth of the energy sector in the BARM and attract vital investments to the area. In fostering a level playing field, we create an environment that encourages local and foreign investors to actively participate in the exploration and development of the
Hi,
BARM's
Kaunso
energy
Vlog.
resources. Through this, we promote economic growth, generate employment opportunities, and nurture a thriving business landscape in the region. As conscientious custodians of our environment and natural heritage, we possess a profound awareness of the
Hello
significance
po.
of
Hello din.
safeguarding our invaluable natural resources and preserving the holistic well being of our communities. Therefore, it is essential to underscore that the guidelines shall also serve as a safeguard in ensuring the strict adherence of all exploration and development activities to rigorous regulations and industry leading best practices. These guidelines demonstrate our resolute commitment to responsible stewardship, ecological sustainability, and the cultivation of a vibrant energy sector. As we uphold these principles, we forge a
Naka-full
path
blast
towards
na
a
ako.
future where
Tatay
resource
Amit.
utilization is in harmony with environmental preservation and economic advancement, social equity for all. The national government remains fully committed to working hand in hand with the Bangsamoro government in its journey for sustained progress. The Bangsamoro Organic Law empowers both the national and the Bangsamoro government to jointly grant rights, privileges, and concessions for the exploration, development, and utilization of uranium and fossil fuels within BARM. This collaborative endeavor.
Marami parang kwan, um, minerals sa farm na hindi na-exploit. Dahil sa palagay ko magulo. So, ang ginagawa ng presidente ngayon ay yung full potential ng bomb sa mga minerals ay kanyan ini-exploit for the good of our country. So, yan ang hindi nakita ng ibang presidente noon. Kaya ang husay talaga ng ating presidente ngayon.
Stands as an unwavering testament to our firm commitment to unify and to unity and to our unwavering cooperation with BARM as we unlock the vast and untapped potential of the region. Considering the challenges of the depleting Malampaya Reservoir and
Gusto mong
volatile fossil
umakyat?
fuel prices, it is crucial
Kaya
to
Mick?
take this decisive action, reigniting petroleum exploration and fostering the development of indigenous energy resources. Ensuring security and self sufficiency of our nation's energy supply is not an option, it is an imperative, a solemn duty to our people, our nation, and future generations. And finally, we see very much that the autonomous regions of Muslim Mindanao are part of the development process of the Philippines. And
Okay.
we have heard the expression many, many times that
Nakinig ka
Mindanao is
sa
the promised land,
explanations ko ng
except
inflation
for
mamaya.
the peace and security
Maga-
situation that
Kasi,
prevailed in the past. Well, this is the beginning of that fulfillment of that promise. The reserves that have been identified in the area have been an enormous asset that we have been unable to exploit, not only for the Republic of the
you
Philippines,
support,
but
ha?
certainly for the autonomous region. And it was not an easy process. It took a great deal of hard work from both sides, from the national government and certainly from our transition authority in the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region. And the reason why this is because in a very real sense, we are inventing a new system of government between the national government and the autonomous region. And the relationship between the national government, in principle, is quite clear. However, how that translates down to the work of government and the different departments and agencies of the national government together, hand in hand, with the agencies and the autonomous region is something that we are only now beginning to define. We had hoped to have it done by now, but the pandemic intervened and pushed back all our schedules at the very least 2 years. But now, with again the hard work that has been put in and the sincere dedication and a commitment to true development in the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region, I am very happy that we have arrived at this day. So we begin to exploit the riches that truly belong to the autonomous region of Muslim Mindanao and certainly to the national government. By harnessing the enormous energy potential within BARM, we will reduce our reliance on external sources, mitigate the detrimental impacts of price fluctuations, and build a solid foundation for our country's energy security. Through the
Energy.
responsible and innovative utilization of abundant resources, we are determined to ignite profound and positive changes in the lives of our people, especially our sisters and brothers in the BARM. Let me note, however, that our partnership extends beyond energy resource, far beyond energy resource development. We will explore and seize every developmental opportunity that will empower the people of the BARM and enhance their quality of life. Let us therefore wholeheartedly embark on this journey with determination and goodwill. We must recognize that through our unity and our commitment, we wield the ability and the power to shape our nation's destiny. May this momentum signing mark the dawning of a new era, where the BARM becomes a shining beacon of sustainable development in Mindanao and the rest of the Philippines. Maraming salamat sa inyong lahat. Mabuhay ang Bangsamoro, mabuhay ang Pilipinas.
Okay. Narinig nyo si Presidente. Dito po sa channel ko, parating siya ang unang hello. Walang notification? Meron. So, parating ang unang topic ko ay si Presidente. Hindi ako masyado nagko-comment kasi maganda na explanation ni Presidente. makikita nyo na ang programa niya sa Bangsamoro, ini-exploit niya ang potential ng Mindanao. Mindanao is what he calls promised land. Okay. Salamat, Trexie. Na, susunod na tatalakayin ko ay importante. Kasi, alam mo, punta-punta ko sa ibang mga vlogs para makita ko yung mga sinasabi nila na napadano ko kay Mike A. And then, mayroon siyang sinasabi sa inflation na nakakasira ng moral. Pakinggan natin siya. Pero tatanggalin ko what do you call this? Hindi ko pakita yung actual na pagsasalita niya kasi baka makapiright po ako. Pero for sure siya itong nagsisino.
Issue ng inflation. Kaya nga ating pag-usapan ngayon, bakit hindi maramdaman nating lahat o maraming Pilipino, hindi man lahat?
Narinig niyo ba ako? Narinig niyo ba si Mike Abe? Walang so hindi effective, no? So,
Malit na malit lang.
pakikinggan na lang natin through kaya hindi pa pwedeng ganun, no? So, I don't know why. Pero, papakirinig ko na lang yung ni-record ko. I was anticipating this. So, may audio ba ako? May audio ba ako? Sir Amik? May audio ba ako? Is there an audio? Okay. Yep. So, kaya nini-record ko just in case na hindi pa ako taking. So, let's rewind.
Issue ng inflation. Kaya nga ating pag-usapan ngayon, bakit hindi maramdaman?
Bakit daw hindi maramdaman?
O maraming Pilipino, hindi man lahat. Bakit hindi maramdaman ng maraming Pilipino ang
doon pa lang yung opening statement niya, nakaka-demoralize. Kung di ko explain ito, marami siyang ma-demoralize na Pilipino. Tignan nyo kung anong impression nyo. And then, pagkatapos ng paliwanag ko, makikita nyo ang diferensya.
Pababa ng bilihin o pababa ng inflation. Kasi ngayon, 5 point ano na lang eh. 5.4% compare sa 6.1. Ay, di ba ang baba, ang laki na ng ibinaba? Bakit kaya sa iba hindi pa rin? Ano bang dapat gawin dito? Well, forecast ito, monitor.
Unang-una, ang bumaba ay hindi presyo, inflation rate. Mali na kagad siya doon. Kung yung viewer niya nakikinig lang sa kanya, naniniwala siya, ini-expect niya na ang presyo ay bababa. That is not the case. I will explain it later.
Ang Philippine
Sorry. Sorry.
issue ng inflation. Kaya nga ating pag-usapan ngayon. Bakit hindi maramdaman
Sorry,
nating
naulit
lahat
kasi.
o maraming Pilipino, hindi man lahat. Bakit hindi maramdaman ng maraming Pilipino ang pagbaba ng bilihin o pagbaba ng inflation? Kasi ngayon, 5 point ano na lang eh. 5.4% compare sa 6.1. Ay, di ba ang baba, ang laki na ng ibinaba? Bakit kaya sa iba hindi pa rin? Ano bang dapat gawin dito? Well, forecast ito, monitor ng Philippine Statistics Authority at ng mga ekonomista ng pamahalaan. Ang figures nila, bumababa ang bilihin. Pero bakit hindi maramdaman ng masa? Sa palengke, talipapa, supermarket, kung saan tayo bumibili, mataas pa rin eh. Palagay ko may pang-aabusong nangyayari. Kasi sayang yung pagsisikap ng pamahalaan na pababain ang bilihin tapos hindi naman nararamdaman ng masa. Mas maganda kasi maramdaman ng masa yung pagbaba, maramdaman ng taong bayan, ng consumer, ang pagbaba. Pag ibinalita yan, katanggap-tanggap, kapani-paniwala. So hindi po ito batikos, tinatanong natin, ano kayang kulang? Anong kulang, anong dahilan, bakit hindi maramdaman ito? Kasi alam ba nyo, mayroong supermarket na halos every other day nag-i-increase ng maliliit lang, pero pag madami yung volume, lumalaki, magugulat ka. Ako, may nakausap ako ang nagtatrabaho sa supermarket, yung down order sa kanila eh. Parang every other day nagtataas ng sales, malit lang. Pero kung every day, every other day, sa loob ng isang buwan, magugulat ka. Mataas pagkatapos pag nag-survey, sabihin niya, binaba ng konti, pero pagkapasin niyo mataas pa rin kasi lagi nila itinataas para pag dumating yung survey, bababa ng bahagya, ganoon pa rin, mataas pa rin. Yun ang palagay ko, dapat merong manpower, yung mga tao, ang ating pamahalaan, especially ng Department of Agriculture at Department of Trade and Industry, na aktual na mag-monitor ng lagay ng mga bilihin sa mga palengke para maramdaman. Kasi kung report lang, alam mo, yung mga nagre-report tayo na utusan, nagbobola lang. O boss, sa lugar na pinuntang ko, bumaba na. Para lang meron siyang accomplishment report na nagtrabaho siya. Pero ang totoo, hindi naman pala ganun. Yun ang mabigat. Kasi dati 6.7, 6.1, ngayon 5.4. O di ba ang laki ng, kung tutuusin ang laki na binaba? Dahil daw, minsan bumababa.
Tama ka, Trekchi.
Minsan bumababa rin daw yung elektrisidad. Yun ang mga dahilan nila eh. Kaya nga ang tanong bakit hindi natin maramdaman? Kasi parang hindi totoo. Diba?
Parang hindi
Kasi kung totoong bumababa,
ay, Diyos ko.
consumer na Pilipino, ang una makakaramdam. Ako kahit ako nagpupunta ako ng palengke, nagpupunta ako ng supermarket, hindi ko talaga nararamdaman eh. Ako na yan, mismo ako na. Kaya ito sinasabi ko, personal experience. Dahil ako nagpupunta basic commodities natin pang araw-araw. Di ba? Hindi naman kayo lang namamalengke at nagpupunta ng supermarket. Ako, ganyan din. So, hindi talaga eh. Kailan kaya kahapon lang, makalawa yata. Napadaan naman ako doon sa isang supermarket malapit sa amin. Hindi naman nagbago. Sabi ko, mabago siguro. Yun ang problema ng gobyerno. Paano kayo na ho magsolusyon dyan? Paano iparamdam? Paano?
Sabihin mo, makinig sila.
Kailan dapat
Alamin's vlog.
Ang Pilipino o consumer na Pilipino. Kasi
Baka may matutunan sila
dito.
dito.
Nila, tapos tinataas ng bahagya yung sweldo. Di ba? Ang ganda sana. Ang gandang balita. Bumababa ang bilihin, tataas ang sweldo. Ang ganda. Kasi lalo sa Metro Manila, na nagdaga ng 40 pesos.
Nako.
Maliit, paano pala na 100 pesos ang Senado. Pero kung bumababa ang bilihin, tataas ang sweldo ng bahagya, di ba mararamdaman sana yan? Eh kaso hindi nga eh. Yan ang big challenge natin at ng mamamayang Pilipino sa mga pinaukulan. Ipakita nyo, iparamdam nyo yung inyong sinasabi. Kasi sinisikap naman lahat, ginagawa lahat ng paraan ni Pangulong Marcos. Every other day, o araw-araw halos ang mga meeting at instruction na pinagkakaloob niya. At tiyakin ang sapat na bilihin at murang bilihin. Tiyakin din ang supply o enough supply from local to national, international o import kung kailangan. Pero priority ang local product. Di ba? Ang ganda ng instruction. So sana yung mga departamentong nabanggit ko ay gumalaw naman at gumawa ng paraang iparamdam nyo. Hindi mabubuhay ang mga Pilipino sa press release.
Yan na, sinasabi.
Hindi mabubuhay ang mga Pilipino sa mga press statement. Hindi mabubuhay ang mga Pilipino sa mga balita lang na sinasabi niyo at amin namang ginagamit para iparating sa kanila kung walang katuparan o hindi mararamdaman o hindi naramdaman. Kaya dapat paramdam. Sa Pangulong Marcos, wala akong nakitang problema kasi ginagawa niya ang lahat. Yung mga implementing agency, yung nagpapatupad ng order, nagpapatupad ng programa.
Hi,
yun,
Chekay. Hi, Simply Talkie.
Ang karapat-dapat. Rodolfo Paco, Helen Sapadin.
Oh. Yan ang hirap. Sikat nga siyang vlogger, pero hindi niya alam sinasabi niya. At sinasabi niyang pagbaba ng presyo, deflation yun. I'll give you an example. Kung may ballpen kayo, the inflation rate is measured over a time period po. Let's say, it's the measure usually using the consumer price index. And consumer price index, isang basket po yan ng several products with different prices. They measure the changes in the prices of the different products and combine them to measure the changes in the price to indicate whether there is an inflation or a deflation. So, for example po, let's say at the beginning of January, the basket price is 100. Can you see the 100? Can you see it? Oh, what's a 100? Kung may papel kayo. At the end of December 31 for 1 year, if the price is 100 din ng basket, is there a change? Kung 100 to 100 po, there is no change. Meaning, there's no inflation. There's no deflation. Okay. Now, what happens if from the 100, naging 95 na lang ang presyo at the end of the year? Di bumaba ang presyo? Diba? Sa 95, if you can see it. So, that means they measure it at the end of the year or pwedeng at the end of a month. they compare it. So there is a deflation because the prices of the whole basket of products, like eggs, vegetables, energy, equipment, doon mo makikita kung ang presyo, ang total price ng ng basket of prices ng mga produkto which they use to measure the increase or decrease in prices ay doon babasihan. Kung wala pong changes po, maski halimbawa may nag-increase sa isang produkto pero may nag-decrease sa isang produkto, but in total hindi po nag-decrease, yan po, sa sample noon, yung 100 at the beginning at the 100 at the end. So there is no inflation. Paano kung nag-decrease yung mga prices? Naging 95 na lang. Di ibig sabihin, there is deflation. Yun ang unang pagkakamali ni Mike Abe. Kinasabi niya that inflation decrease means decrease in prices. Now, what happens kung from the 100 at the beginning of the year, it became 110 or 110. So the price of the commodities in the basket of products be increased by 10 pesos. Ibig sabihin nun, sa basket, yung several products, mayroong increase siguro 50 cents, mayroong 50 centavos, mayroong increase ng mga 80 centavos, may mga decrease na 20 cents. But if you get the total of the basket price, yung pag bumili ka sa supermarket, yung basket na binili mo, and yung dating binibili mo ay 100, it became 110. There is an increase of 10 pesos. How do you get the increase in inflation rate? So, the 10 increase over the base po, the base is the 100 at the beginning of the year. So, the base is 10 over 100. You have an inflation rate of 10%. Do you get me? The price now is 110. Now, what happens to the 110? It becomes the new base. So, at the beginning of next year, the base of the basket which they will use in calculating the inflation rate is no longer 100. It is based now on 110. Do you get me? Kasi the 100 is history na. Is gone. So, ang present na ngayon, at the end of the year, it becomes the beginning of the year. Yan ang present. Do you get me? So, ang basis mo ngayon, ang price nung dating 100 na nasa basket, ay 110 po. Ngayon, what happens? Pag nag-increase ng price ng 105 na 115, how do you get the inflation rate? This is subtract mo yung ending price sa beginning price. Oh, what was the increase of price? At the beginning of the year, it was 110. At the end of the year, it was 115. So, what was the increase in price? It is 5 pesos lang, di ba? How do you get the inflation rate? Now, the new inflation rate is 5 over 110. I use a calculator. Kaya hindi dapat magsasalita yung vlogger na hindi naman alam ang sinasabi. Oh, sige, calculator po. 5 divided by 110. The inflation rate is 4.5%, around 4.5%. So, from the initial of 10% the inflation rate, now it becomes 4.5%. Nag-decrease nga ang inflation rate. But it doesn't mean that the prices in the basket of prices ay nag-decrease din. It increased, but the inflation rate is not as great as the previous year. Anong hindi ko sasabihin. He is inciting people to think wrongly of the economic forecasters. Isn't that pitiful? Such a very sikat na influencer talking that way. Very forceful pa siya. I know, he means well, but he should not talk. He should do his research. Yan sinasabi ko. Dito po, may matutunan kayo. It's always based on this po. Ang sinasabi niya yung decreasing rate, deflation yun. When you decrease in rate, the inflation, that is what we call disinflation. DIS, inflation po. So, is inflation good or bad? Maraming yumayaman dahil sa inflation. Yung mga mahuhusay na businessman tulad nila Villar use this tool to get richer because they invest in real estate. If you buy physical goods at the beginning of the year, the value of that physical good generally increases also. Mayroon akong uncle na dyan yumaman sa real estate. Bili siya ng bili ng property hanggang sa yung tumagal. Sobrang yaman niya because the value at what he bought it, they'll say $10. After 10 years, it became 10 pesos. After 10 years, it became 200 pesos. Because the prices keep on rising. So it doesn't mean, Mike, the prices, the inflation rate decreased, that the prices of the general basket also decreased. Why do they use a basket? Yung unang-una. Because they see na some prices may increase, some prices may decrease. Oh, nakukuha nyo ba? I am so disappointed. I am so disappointed. Mahusay siyang vlogger, pero sometimes, palpak din siya sa kanyang analysis. So, I prepared for you from the start something for your info. Because I care for you a lot. Dito po, I don't want to attack certain bloggers, but then I want to correct whatever misinformation. I call it misinformation na. Hindi disinformation, because I don't think Mike Gay is going to disinform you. Misinform lang. Kasi hindi na inaral masyado ang kanyang sinasabi. Kaya misinformation po. What is inflation? Inflation is a rise in prices, which can be translated as the decline of purchasing power over time. Kasi lumit ang value ng pera mo. Kaya pag bibili ka ng isang produkto, tataas ang presyo. Oh. Yan ang short explanation nyo. Pag tumaas po yung presyo ng isang commodity, yan ang tatawag na due to inflation. Yan, ano ang cost po ng inflation? Inflation can be contrasted with deflation, which occurs when prices decline. Maybe ang akala ni Mike A is the prices decrease. So that was what he was looking for in the supermarket. Hindi po yung price decrease. It is the rate of increase that decrease. Ang tinatawag mo dyan na presyo ay bumaba, ay called deflation po yun. Mike A. Deflation po yun. So, doon maling-mali na si Mike Abe. Sayang. Maraming napaniwala siya. Maraming galit sa gobyerno. Ganun. Yan, sinasabi ko eh. Ang causes of inflation ay the increase in the money supply. Dito nung nagka-pandemya, panay ang ayuda ng US government. Bigay ng pera. Pati kami nakatanggap eh. Tuwang-tuwa, karamihan ng tao tuwang-tuwa. Hindi nila nalaman na matindi pala ang balik ng pagbibigay ng gobyerno ng pera. Gastos sila ng gastos. Ang nangyari, tumaas ang presyo because too much money in the hands of people to buy a certain product, di magkukumpit yung pera nila sa ibang competition between consumers against a lonely product. Kung noon, dalawa ang interesadong bumili, baka 10 na. Kaya tatas ang presyo because siyempre nasa business yan. So the root cause of it is generally yung yung pag-print ng pera. Dito nangyari rin sa atin yun. Di ba nagka-pandemic? Nagtataka sila bakit tumaas ang presyo masyado. Because maraming ayuda rin ng Pilipinas. Maraming ayuda rin ng Pilipinas. Kaya natural, nagprepenta ang Pilipinas ng panibagong pera. Eh di dumamay ang pera ng tao, maski wala silang trabaho. Anong nangyari? Oversupply of money. As I said, kung oversupply of money, you are competing with other consumers for common product. Siyempre, kung demand is greater than the supply, itataas ng konti, bagay, yung price ng supply. So that the demand will not be so much. Another way of the cost of inflation is sabi nga, a country's supply can be increased by monetary authorities printing and giving away more money to citizens. Yan, ang main cost po. Yung ayuda, tuwa tayo parati na may ayuda o libreng pera. Pero ang effect po niyan ay inflation. Kaya nga ayoko dito sa States, yung sa welfare. Yung walang trabaho, parating binibigyan ng pera. Kaya hindi na sila nagtatrabaho, tanggap ng tanggap. Di dumadami ang supply ng pera. Na-apektuhan ng presyo ng mga bilihin. Oh. Maraming tao dito sa States na umaasa sa libreng pera. Hindi nila alam na yan nakaka-apekto sa inflation din. Excuse me. So, that is the common cause of why the money supply is the cause of inflation. Now, another cause of inflation is when you devalue yung pera mo. Like yung na-devalue ang pera ng piso in relation to dolyar. Dati 1:1. Ang dollar to peso exchange rate. Naging 2:1 until ngayon yata 56:1. What is the result? Yung overprinting mo, this is a continuing saga of the printing of money. Because if you print so much money, the value of the purchasing power of that currency decreases. So naturally, you have to adjust it. Kaya nga, what do you call mayroon floating rate, to know the real value of the Philippine peso. Dati mayroon floating rate. I don't know if that policy is still around. Floating rate. That is in fact a devaluation of our money. Okay. Yeah. Legally devaluing, reducing the value of money, legal tender currency. Yun sinasabi ko. Another way of increasing the money supply is from yung mga bangko loaning new money into existence as a reserve credits through the banking system by purchasing bonds from banks. Oh. Yan tawag na bonds. Di-buy bonds. So, bili ng bonds ng mga bangko. So, nag-i-increase po ang circulation of money. All of which is tied up to the inflation rate. Nakikita nyo? So, hindi po mali po si Mike Abing. Mali po si Mike Abing. Pag naniwala kayo, madi-discourage kayo po. This is not something to go against Mike Abe. I just want to correct his misstatement or misinformation po. Ulitin natin. Ang inflation rate decrease po, hindi nangangahulugan, bumaba ang presyo po. Ang bumaba, yung rate na instead of tataas ng sobrang-sobra, konti lang ang itinaas. Kaya wala pong mali ang mga press statement po. Wala pong mali. Tama po sila. Bakit sila magsisinungaling? Yung mga economic managers. Oh. Ulitin ko, mas mabuting dito na lang kayo magpunta kasi may matututunan kayo. Lahat yan po ay back sa research po yan. Ang sinasabi ko po. Pagbasa tayo ng mga komento before. As usual, tama po si ceramic. It should be by the buying capacity, not the price of ang bababa. Tama. Mausap talaga si ceramic. Tumaas ang buying capacity. Kung nag-decrease yung presyo, tumaas ang buying capacity. Good morning po, Ruel Lingahan Vlog. Alam ko. Ito. Ang pagkakaalam ko, kung pagbaba ng hindi ibig sabihin na napakababa na rin ang mga presyo ng commodities. Hindi. Tama ka. Gumagaling na mga tao dito sa viewers ko. Pagka-analyze nila, tama. Hindi na basta-basta niniwala sa vlogger. Maski sa akin, pwede kayong makipagtalo sa akin kung sakalaan nyo ay mali ang sinasabi ko. Thank you, Trexie. Thank you for calling me professor sa show ni Banat Boy. It's been decades since somebody called me that. Kung bababa ang prices ng commodities, hindi ibig sabihin na ramdam gagad ng mga mamamayan. Kung bababa, dyan tayo magkakadiferensya, sexy. Kung bababa, mararamdaman ng consumer kagad kasi deflation po yun. Kung bababa yung basket of prices, mararamdaman kagad yung pagbaba ng presyo kasi magkaroon ng deflation. Oh, diyan tayo mayroong medyo kwan po, manang Trexie. Hindi talaga, ma'am Nono, napunto daw sa supermarket. Wala daw pagbabago. Basta teka, my gabi, kung walang pagbabago sa presyo, ibig sabihin, wala nang inflation. Di ba? Kasi, you measure it at the beginning and at the end, kung walang pagbabago ng presyo, ibig sabihin, walang inflation. Di ba? Kasi inflation is the rise in prices. It could be a fast rise or slow rise in price. If it is a slow rate of increase than the previous period, then there is a inflation rate decrease. Ibig sabihin, tumaas ang presyo, pero hindi kasing rate nung taas nung nakaraang period when they measured it. Good evening po, sabi ni Manny. Okay. Fluctuation ng prices, hindi agad mararamdaman yan. It is the rate, not the price. As usual, tama na naman si Simping Tukis. Hindi ibig sabihin, bumaba ang inflation, mababa na rin ang price. Hindi ganyan yon. Ang purchasing power ng peso ang tataas. Oh, yeah, you're partly correct. Tandaan natin na the purchasing power of the peso ay hindi po tumaas. Ito lang sasabi ko. Kaya lang, hindi, dahil sa konti lang ang itinaas, hindi ka masyadong nabawasan ang purchasing power. But still, Trexie, nabawasan din pa rin ang purchasing power ng peso. Kung ang dating binibili mong 100, naging 110. Pero the inflation rate is 10% po. Pero bibili mo yan ng 115, dinadikis pa rin ng purchasing power. Kasi dati na pwede mong bilhin ng 110. Ngayon, nabibili mo na lang nabibili mo siya ng 115. Ibig sabihin, siyempre, nag-decrease ang purchasing power ng peso. Yan, maliwanag. But the rate of increase is not as much as the previous period po. Kaya dito, matututo kayo rito. Pag-aralan niyo mabuti. Pag-aralan niyo po mabuti. Yan sinasabi ko. Hindi po, Trexie, hindi po lumalakas. Kasi kung lumalakas ang purchasing power ng peso po, therefore, there is a decrease in price that it leads to a deflation po. Nang sinasabi mo po ay deflation. Ulitin ko, kung in 2021, nakakabili ka ng presyo ng basket of prices Nandiyan, itlog, talong, etc. 100 po ang presyo. 100 po ang presyo. And then, at the end of the year, mabibili mo siya ng 110. Di, may increase of 10 pesos po. Ibig sabihin, 10 over 100, the inflation rate ay 10%. Bumaba po ang purchasing power po ng peso. Ang inflation rate po ay 10%. Ngayon, in 2022, yung 110 ang gagawing basehan. Sa example ko po, yung yung dati nabibili mo siya ng 110 based on last year. Ngayon, nabibili mo lang siya ng 115. Ibig sabihin, ang value ng pera mo ay bumaba pa rin. Pero, so that's why the purchasing power of your money also decreases. But the rate of inflation po is increased by 5 pesos only. How do you get the rate of inflation? By getting the difference between the new price and the old price, which is 110. So the 5 over 110 is equal to 4.5%. So the inflation rate is 4.5, whereas before, the inflation rate is 10%. Ibig sabihin, nag-decrease pa rin ang purchasing power ng peso. Malinaw? But the rate of increase is hindi as great as 10%. Dito sa state, because of the ayuda, yung mga ayuda na binibigay, the inflation rate was 9.1% in 2022 yata. 9.1. Consider mo ang inflation rate sa Pilipinas ngayon. Maswerte pa rin tayo na si Presidente Marcos ang presidente. Kasi namimitigate niya ang inflation rate. Ang plano nga niya ay based on my previous LS, kung nakikinig kayong mabuti, is between 2 to 4.2% to 4%. Ibig sabihin, ang increase sa mga produktong binibili natin ay hindi masyadong tataas na. Manageable na. Kasi, let's face the fact na habang tumatagal tayong nag-i-employo, tumataas din ang sahod natin. So it keeps our wages keeps up with the inflation rate. Kung controlled po ang inflation. I hope everybody is clear. Even yung mga magagaling mag-analyze sometimes sumasablay din. Ibig sabihin, pag may inflation, the purchasing power of a certain currency is really decreasing. The only way that the purchasing power of the currency is going to increase is if there is a deflation. Do you get the difference now between inflation at deflation? Kung tumaas ang purchasing power, ulit, kung tumaas po ang purchasing power ng isang currency, ibig sabihin, there is a deflation because you use a little less money than what used to be the amount of money you use to buy a certain basket of products. Decision nyo ulit ang deflation. So, if you have more questions, to explain this, I would gladly explain it. More exhaustively, kaya lang, masyadong technical na po. Bibigay ko na yung producer price index, consumer price index, wholesale price index. Too complicated na. So, I am a little bit familiar with this because in the CPA review, I taught management services, and one of the topic is consumer price index. So I am very familiar with this topic. Okay, let's look at the other comment. Ang presyo ang bilim nakadepende sa agos ng supply sa pangangailan. Kung yeah, part of it. Kaya nga, sabi nga niya, tama ka dyan, Ruel. Magkaiba tayo ng political kinikiling. Pero tama analysis mo. Tulad ng sibuyas. It was artificial inflation po because hinoard po yung supply. Pag pinakonti mo ang supply, di siyempre magkukumpit tayo doon sa kukunting supply. Yan ang nangyari. Kaya galit nga si Apo BBM. Pati ang misis niya na pagbintangan ni Maharlika na smuggler. Gagawin according to talkies, gagawin ba ni Presidente pagpapaimbestiga ang smuggling kung kasangkot ang misis niya? Gusto ba niya mabilanggo ang misis niya? Kaya yung mga kulang sa talinong mga viewers ni Madam Marlica, ewan ko ba? Ngayon na pinalabas na ang utos ni Presidente na imbestigahan at ipakulong yung mga economic saboteurs. Ano pa masasabi niya? Ano pa masasabi ng kanyang mga viewers? Dito na lang kayo magpunta sa amin ni Sir Rami, Tokis, DVD Byron, na hindi talaga magmi-mislead sa inyo. As much as possible, dapat yung mga argumento ninyo with backed up by research. Dito po, parating research, mapapansin nyo. May research ako, hindi basta-basta nanggagaling lang sa utak ko. Kasi ayaw ko kayo ma-misinform. Kita nyo yung kahapon? Nag-agree sa akin yung international expert. Sa lahat ng sinasabi ko. Sa pagkaraniwang tao, wala tayong alam sa inflation. Ang sukat dyan yan, kung binili ba nilang bigas ay mabibili pawa sa kaparehong presyo. O tama ka. Kaya nga, dapat huwag mong masyadong gatungan ang tao na dapat maramdaman ang pagbaba ng inflation rate kung di mo alam. Marami nang galit ngayon sa gobyerno dahil kay Mike, there's a misinformation. Naawa ako sa kanyang mga viewers. Paniwalang-paniwala. Kaya nga, I'm becoming unpopular because I take unpopular positions. But usually I'm right. Makikita niyo ulit sa susunod na topic ko. That I am right. Thank you, Ruel. Well, alam ko, sinabi mo, magkaiba tayong presyo. So, magaling ka mag-analyze eh. Yung mabuti ba? Yung contributing factor ng pagtaas ng presyo, hindi yan naintindihan ng masa. Correct ka ulit. Kaya dito, ini-explain po natin. Kaso, kukunti nanonood. Kukunti gusto matuto ng tama. Gusto nila panurin yung Bardagulan. Ako rin nanonood ng Bardagulan. But at the end of the day, gusto rin din natin dapat na may matutunan. Kaya gusto kong may nakipag-diskusyon sa akin kasi natututo ako sa kanila rin. It's not a one-sided affair. Kasi yung mga puntos nila na minsan hindi ko nakikita, yung mga magaganda rin. Nahihirapan ako minsan to argue with Trixie, Red One, kasi may mga punto sila. Hello, Box 3. Yan. Nandiyan na. Yung address ni Box 3. Nandiyan na po. To take a lawyer shine. Isa sa pinakamagaling na mag-analyze. Hello, Box 3, sabi ni Tatay Amik. Hello po, Tatay Amik, sabi ni Shine. Tobar Value, how are you? Ito, kinuak. Late ka. Red One, kinumplement pa naman kita kasi nawala ka. Sinabi ko, nahihirapan akong magkipag-argue sa'yo. Wala ka pa, pero I praise you even if you are not here. Maski kakala mo, I'm not a backstabber. I say what I mean. I mean what I say. So, Red One, I'm glad you're here. Sabi na, tumas man o bumaba ang press, random kagad yun. Pero kung ang national ang magbaba sa press release, muna yan makikita matagal mapunta. Correct. But what they release sa press is backed up by facts. Because kung mali yung data po nila, malilintikat po ang gobyerno. Kasi sasabihin nila, ay, imbento lang po yan. Para pagtakban ang sama ng ekonomiya natin. So whatever they pronounce in the press is backed up by data coming from whatever sources they have. So, to question yung data pinalabas ng government tungkol sa inflation rate is also wrong. Questioning na hindi mo na-feel kasi hindi nagbago ang presyo. Yun na lang, maling-mali ka na dun eh. Ibig sabihin, hindi nagbago ang presyo, di walang inflation. Pero, yan ang minsan mahirap sa ibang bagay, Tatay Bagford. Tirang topic, hindi nila alam. Dapat, you're correct. Whenever you attack a certain issue, controversial issue, you must back it up with research po. Hindi pa pwedeng galing lang sa utak mo. You must back it up with research. Kaya nga, before magtatalag nila sa Sunday, kasi nakakasira po ng moral. I was so disappointed kasi. Kung di mo pag-aaralan, nakakasira po ng moral. Hindi niya alam ni Mike Abe na because of what his latest blog did was destroy partly the credibility of the government. Diba? Gusto niyo iparinig ko rin yung kanya? Hindi tayo mabubuhay dahil sa mga press release. Mabuti nga may press release to inform you that everything is going smoothly. Although there's a rise in prices, it's not as much as the previous period. Kaya nga, dito, manood kayo, minsan-minsan. Makikita, may matututunan po kayo. Hindi correct way. Kung gusto niyo, isa-site ko sa inyo, Google. Madali naman mag-Google. Bakit di ginagawa ng karamihan sa ating mga vloggers? Dadaan na lang sa wala man lang backup. Tulad ng kaso ni Sara Duterte sa purchasing of property, plant, and equipment to be used by her satellite offices. Sabi ko sa inyo, in accounting, there is such thing as tatlong klaseng report po. Qualified, unqualified, qualified, at saka adverse opinion. Gumagawa po ng report ang COA. Congratulations sa COA. They are being very strict. No, holy cow is being spared. Ngayon, kung walang aberya, it's what we call unqualified opinion. Perfect po ang operations. Ibig sabihin, no, sa policy, perfect. Sa procurement, sa buying, perfect. Kaso, ang report ng COA po, yung second, lumalabas na, they gave up qualified opinion po. Meaning, there was nothing wrong in the procurement of the equipment. In fact, lowest bidder pa nga yata. But then, they failed to follow a certain rule and procedure. Katapos ang daming vlogger na corruption. Hindi nila ang sinasabi nila. Mayroon pang nagsabi yata na kaaga-aga, naungurap na. Being very judgmental po, mag-iingat naman tayo. Dapat alam mo ang sinasabi mo. Ang problema, lahat ng viewers nila naniniwala sa influencer. Maski hindi siya familiar. Sabi nga ni Ceramic hindi siya familiar, humuhusga ulit. Kung talagang may corruption po, magkukaroon ng adverse opinion po. This talking from an accountant's viewpoint po. Ibig sabihin, adverse ay masama yung pagpapatakbo ng isang government office po. So, kung nagkamali man yung vlogger na yun, dapat itigil niya ang pangbabatikos sa corruption. Kasi wala naman doon sa report. Kung sino man mga vlogger na bumabatikos, dapat payag na yung ganitong opinion. Let's be fair. Dito binabanatan natin si Sara tulad doon sa pagbigay niya ng opinion sa Afghans. Opinion, wala masama, pero dapat nanaral niya mabuti na may kasalungat sa kanyang policy, sa peace, sa mayroon subject na peace. sa eskwelahan. Hindi pwedeng mag-discriminate. Kaya, ibig sabihin, batikutin kung dapat batikutin. Tulad ng word na ginamit niya, tamba, binatikos. Pero, i-defend naman natin siya kung kailangang i-defensa. Oh. Hindi po tama na basta batikos ka na ng batikos. Isipin natin po ang tama. Finally, alam mo rin ba, hindi, finally, after how many, kasi si Presidente, hindi yan action kung hindi niya inaral lahat ng anggulo. Kasi kung lalabas na patambot kagad, kung wala namang palang kasalanan. Oh. Oh, basahin ko ang finally, after how many months, naisip din ni PBBM na tama lang ay Michigan, yung mga Ismail, si Boss, na gaya ng sabi ni Senay. Oh. Ang kaibahan po ni Senay at saka si PBBM is dito tumama si Senay, Michigan. Pero at that point na nagsabi siya ng na Michigan ng smuggling, hindi pa tapos ang pag-iimbestiga. Maski pumunta ka sa pulis, hindi pa tapos ang pag-iimbestiga. Kaya hindi ko babatukusin. Diyan tama si Sinami na imbestiga, pero masama po again si BBBM. Kasi he's basing his statement based on concrete data, based on investigation conducted by Representative Kimbo. Nakita mo kaibahan ulit? Red one? Inaaral mo buti. Hindi pa dalos-dalos po ng presidente. Gusto niya, pulido ang investigasyon. Kasi nangyayari, kapag action ka agad, either ano nangyayari, lilikas yung mga suspects mo. So, happen when premature investigation premature investigation and it's being conducted. Premature arrests, rather. Di ba nakakapanood kayo ng mga TV series? Na gano'n? Masyadong premature. Yung pala, hindi guilty yung tao. Kasi yung kaso magiging prejudicial doon sa mga concerned na tao also. What BBM did was to make certain that no stone is unturned. Okay. The government is able to manage its inflation rate. It may not be appreciated by everybody, but clearly seen in the general market, maybe because most people don't bother to analyze. Yeah, tama na naman si Shine. Kaya kaya nga, I appreciate whenever Shine is here. Kasi wala pa akong nakitang sablay si Shine sa kanyang analysis. The Warrior is here. Good morning po. Shout out, Brother Amik. Sabi ni Sir Amik, shout out, The Warrior bro. Di ba si Mike Abbey ay PBBM supported din? Oo. Pero minsan bumabatikos. Kaya nga hindi niya binatikos si PBBM. Pinuri pa nga niya si PBBM. Yun na, tama ang ginagawa niya. Pero he laid the blames doon sa mga appointees niya na wala daw ginagawa. Puro press release. Pero hindi porke PBM supporter ka, hindi mo i-correct ang maling impormasyon. Dito po sa ating channel po, it doesn't matter kung nasa kabilang bakod ka. Basta you present your argument with clarity and with respect. Dito po, we read all comments po. Mapapansin mo. Now, I was praising Red One before he came in. Medyo kontra pelo na naman kami. No one can totally control inflation rate, even the best economists, because the tendency of prices is to increase. The best thing that one can do is to mitigate and handle it well, just like what PBBM is doing. Yeah, you know, even in his projected inflation rate, hindi po inalis yung rise and prices. Ang next year projection po niya, he hopes to mitigate it to 2% up to 4% po ang inflation rate. Ang ibig sabihin niyan, tataas ang presyo ng mga commodities natin, pero hindi ganon kataas ng previous year. Okay. Thank you, Shine. Always the best. Kung ayaw natin mabibigat ang pasanin na sa ekonomiya, huwag mo nang gumawa ng malaki. Diyan tayo nagkakaiba, Ruel, because infrastructure is needed para umunlad ng bayan natin. Tulad ng value chain. Kung magtatanim yung magsasaka, kung nahihirapan naman siyang ipagbili yung produkto niya dahil sa mahirap na lugar, mahirap ang pagpunta from his or her place to the market, hindi, naantan, baka mabulukan siya ng mga produkto. That's why we need infrastructure. Infrastructure doesn't mean only roads. Although it's also kasali na dyan ang ating digital, yung mga internet. Ngayon hindi ka pwede mag-business ng walang internet. So, that's the reason why hindi masyadong nag-improve yung economy natin during the time of Dilawans. because they did not take care of the infrastructure projects. Kasi sino mag-invest na malalaking negosyante rito kung the infra is structure ng bansa natin ay the last among the ASEAN countries. As long as we can sustain it, why not do big infrastructure projects? That's the reason, one of the reasons of the Maharlika Investment Fund po, Mr. Lingan. I'm glad you are active. Gene Jaggers, Gene Official. Oh, okay. It's better late. Okay. Oh, I agree with you. It was never too late though. Hinagantay lang ng tamang panahon si PBB. Pero I'm glad that in that case, natama si Senami. Dapat talagang dapat talagang imbestigahan. Pero kagad-agad gusto ni Senami, which is so wrong. Kita mo? Sabi ni Sir Amik, PBBM's decisions and actions are well calibrated dahil maingat sa lahat ng moves niya. Inaaral nga niya eh. Yun ang sinasabi ko sa inyo eh. Maingat po. Para kung sakasakali, hindi masabing there is an abuse of power. Diba? Kasi alam niya, the son of the dictator will come into play again. I think that basahin natin. I think hirap si PBM waksan ka kung may mga kakasabat yung mga yan nandyan. Iba kasi pakitan tao, pagkaharap mo, oh, okay. This partly so. Correct ka dyan. Kaya nga, kinukuha niya lahat ng data. Kasi baka may mga kasabot ka, tama ka riyan. Wala tayong kontrapelong argument dyan. Tama ka dyan. Hello, Mami Lou. Alam naman nila kung sino-sino Sandra, kaya nga. Kulang lang kasi pangil ng batas at kadalas paayin natatagpan ng pera. Tama ka na naman yan. You're right. That's why PBBM is being extra careful. That's why hindi pwedeng hasty decisions po. You're right. You're 100% right. Okay. Sabi niya, one of the main problems po, this is pertaining to the question of rural Lingan. Tama na naman si Ceramic. Magaling talaga si Ceramic. Kailan ka ulit magkukulap si Ceramic? Oh. One among the main problems of the farmers is logistics and value chain plus storage facilities. Tama. Hindi ko na kailangan explain mga it's a big infrastructure project. Kasi sa dami ng mga nagre-request. Alam mo po yan, it is necessary kasi alam mo ba, ang cost ng traffic cost billions of pesos every year because of the wasted man hours po. Billions po ang nawawala sa ekonomiya. Mr. Well, Lingahan, you research it po. Because how much does traffic cost the Philippine economy? If you can shorten the trip of a certain commuter going to his work or her work, isn't that good? Anyway, these big infrastructure projects will last several years, helping individual worker going to his or her work. Baka ang mangyayari niyan, pati apo nung worker na yun, magagamit yung daan na yun, yung bridge na yun. We cannot say this only now. PBM has finally decided that might be that they be on the table to study well before tama ulit. Bakit sabihin mo na? Gigil na si President BBM dahil sa sinasangkot po ang pangalan ng misis niya sa smuggling po. Sabi nga ni Tokis, napaya na si Malika. Pero hindi pa rin umaksyon si Presidente Marcos. Inaaral pa rin niya mabuti. Hindi po padalo-talos po. Tama na naman si Chay. Ibig sabihin, pag gumawa siya ng aksyon, pulido na. Hindi ura-uradang magdidesisyon. Nakita mo ang different? Basta Tatay Jaffer, hindi pa ba gusto ko gaya yung people you make me smile. Just to say you're one of my favorites. Okay. Good evening, Tatay. Good evening, Tatay Jack. First, single mom AD blog. Okay. Balik na tayo sa another main topic. This is actually the main topic. Beforehand, I would like to say, before making any further comment, Tatay agrees with the action of Prrd regarding BFA. This is an example of the diplomatic horse trading as JL explains it. Dito niyo malalaman na mayroong mo talang horse trading at tulad ng isinasuggest ko po. Buti na lang, nakapag-research ako. Kasi, nung una, aminin na natin na anti-American si President Duterte. Siya na mismo nagsabi. Pero, ang ina-admire ko po sa kanya, yung pagmamahal niya sa bayan. Na, yung pagiging anti-American niya, hindi sumabagal sa kanyang pagmamahal sa bayan. Iba lang ang perspective niya. Pero, unang-una, ipapakancel po niya ang BFA. Kung natatandaan niyo, you can research it. Bakit biglang po nagbago? Pinagpatuloy niya ang BFA. Kasi sigurado na tatanggihan niya yung BFA. Kasi anti-American nga siya. Nagkausap sila ni Secretary Austin III. Pagkatapos, nagkaroon ng horse trading. Sabi niya, nung sinabi yan ni 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 JNL, maraming pumuna. Kailan daw naging horse trader si PBBM? It's a matter of semantics. Yung concessions between two governments po is natural. Granting a favor after getting a favor is but natural. Kaya nga yung argument sa atin noon sa Afghan issue, sinasabi ko, it's a natural event sa diplomatic relationships. So, it's simplified po sa case ni PRD. Ngayon, nung ginanap ba niya yung BFA, does it mean that he was a tuta of the Americans as one of the so vocal viewer talk about PBBM po? Ito, thumbnail. PRD, in one of his statements, that he gave something in return to the USA for something he received from them. Anong ibig sabihin yan? May hiningi siya, binigay sa kanya. So, anong binigay niya? May katumbas siyang ibinigay. It is now give and take. This, you Google it using CNN /PRD /BFA sa Google po. Makikita niyo yon. Yung PRD confirms his statement po. Hindi po ito invento. Credit to CNN po. Duterte admits the U.S. vaccine donations persuaded him to cancel BFA termination by CNA staff, published August 3, 2021. Tama na naman si GNL. GNL was right. Maraming bumotriko sa kanya. Pero GNL was right. There was a horse trading between the U.S. government and PRD, who was supposed to be anti-American. Ibig sabihin, it is normal within two governments to exchange favors po. Nakikita nyo, mga argumento na. President Rodrigo Duterte revealed on Monday that the COVID-19 vaccine donations from the United States played a role in his decision to recall the termination of the visiting forces agreement. So, ang kapalit ng vaccine dahil sa binigyan tayo ng donasyon na hindi natin kailangan bumili at the cost of hurting the Philippine economy. Kasi kung bibili natin yan, bilyon-bilyon ang cost. So, tinulungan po tayo ng United States. Ibig sabihin, take na lang tayo ng take. Walang ibibigay. Ibig sabihin, pag may problema sila, hindi na sila natin tutulungan. Kasi problema nila yun. Eh kung problema natin, kailangan tulungan natin nila tayo. Hindi ganun po yun. Tama na naman si Janelle. Mayroong horse trading yan. Kaya yung mga government, ito na magpapatunay. Siya na mismo ang umamin. Ito, mabigat ang pagkasabi niya. Tagalog pa. Give and take lang tayo, sabi niya. So, pasalamat tayo sa kanya at may naibigay na naman may naibigay naman ako sa kanya na concession. Siya na umamin. He said during his televised weekly address. Yan. Hindi may pagkakailayan ni PR na nagbigay siya ng concession. Ibig sabihin, tama na naman sa GNL. Nagkaroon ng horse trading. Siguro, initially binigay ng US. Then, pinambisita si Defense Secretary Austin, the third. Siyempre, mahiya naman si Presidente. Take and take. Lalabas na taker lang siya. Taker, ibig sabihin, manggagamit lang si Duterte. At wala siyang binibigay na katumbas na pagbibigay sa ibang bansa. Ganyan ang problema ni BBM ngayon. Kaya kung ano man ang desisyon niya sa Afghans, supportahan natin yan. Pwede yung i-grant, pwedeng hindi. Kung hindi niya i-grant, mayroong siyang mabigat na dahilan. Matatawag niyo ba ngayon si PRRD na puppet po ng Amerika? Tulad ng isang viewer na ang bilis maghusga kasi idolo niya si PRRD. Ulitin ko, suportado ko po ang aksyon ni PRRD sa ganoong ginawa niya. Kasi hindi pwede po yun na we are only takers and not also giving back in return. That is the basis of cooperation between the community of nations. Malinaw na sa inyo na yung mga bumatikos kay Jenner, medyo siya ang tama at medyo makitid lang ang pag-iisip natin. I consider the continuance of visiting forces agreement ingratitude. Diba? That is one of the reasons why siguro kung pagbibigyan ni BBM, ni PBBM ang Afghan request is because of gratitude. Kasi marami siyang nakuha sa states. The assurance of the health of the states in the West Philippine Sea is so great. Earlier, the presidential spokesperson, Harry Roque, stated that there is a good possibility that the vaccine donations contributed to the decision of the Duterte to keep the VFA. Earlier, ibig sabihin, nagsalita na si Presidente Duterte after yung sinabi ni Roque. Earlier kasi, it was just confirmed by President Duterte himself. Oh. May mali na naman ba sa aking analysis? Baka pa research ulit. Hindi nanggagaling sa uraradang opinion ko po. Baka by research. Defense Secretary Delphine Lorenzana, siya defense noon sa the time, announced that Duterte canceled the termination of the agreement between Manila and Washington after his meeting with U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin III. Nag-usap yung dalawang gobyerno, representative ni Biden at saka si PRRD. Anong nangyari sa usapan? Yung dating pinapakancel ang BFA ay kinancel ni Duterte yung cancellation. Nag-give and take. Oh, masama ba na yung decision niya? Kasi hindi naman makakasama yung visiting forces agreement. In fact, it works para sa ating gobyerno na mayroong additional backup for the research. Ito on the land. This Tuesday, the country will also receive 3 million vaccine doses of the American brand Moderna, which will be personally welcomed by Duterte. May crisis po tayo doon. Noon. May crisis po tayo. Kaya mabuti yung ginawa niya ng presidente. Mas lalong tumulong po ang state sa atin kasi wala naman tayong pera eh. Ganyan ang mangyayari kung parating anti-American tayo na hindi natin yung iniisip ang kapakanan ng ating bansa. Ganyan ang mangyayari. Parang kung di tayo tumulong, hindi tumulong ang states. Oh, pwede, pero our resources will be spent and our economy will suffer. Sangay-sangay yun eh. Ngayon, during his address, the president also thanked U.S. President Joe Biden and the American people for not forgetting the Philippines with its vaccine donations. Nagpapasalamat siya. Mayroong isang bansa na handang tumulong sa atin. Of course, tumulong din ang China. Pero mas gusto ng tao. Magtanong ka sa ordinaryong tao, anong gusto mong brand ng vaccine mo? Moderna, Pfizer o Sinovac? Pipiliin ng tao yung Pfizer o yung Moderna o yung AstraZeneca. Kasi hindi masyadong effective yung vaccine ng Sinovac. Okay, yun ang, nung umuwi kami sa Pilipinas, yun ang sentimiento ng tao. Again, lahat ng ito ay based on research po. Hindi po gawa-gawa ito po. I'd like to thank the President of the United States, si Biden, the government, and the people of America for not forgetting us. Do not forget that we share the same outlook in geopolitics, especially in Southeast Asia. Ngayon, na-recognize ni PRRD. Kita mo na we share the same outlook. Parehas sila ng pananaw sa geopolitics, especially in Southeast Asia. Yan. Nung si Presidente BBBM ay echoed the same sentence, sasabihin nila, tuta siya ng Amerika. Bakit hindi nila masabi yan? Doon sa ginawa ni President Duterte. Yung pagbibigay ba, yung na hindi na ika-cancel, yung DFA. Di ba mabigat yun? Kasi originally, gusto niya ipa-cancel. Ewan ko ba kung anong argumento na may bibigyan nyo sa akin. Tama yung ginawa niya. Wala mali. Pero, kung si BBBM ang gagawa, wag ko naman siyang batikusin. Tulad ng ginagawa ng mga DDS supporters. Pambabatikos nila kay PBBM. Kasi kung si PRD gagawa, walang complaint. Masisisa namin, walang complaint. Pero, pagdating sa kay PBBM sa gumalaw, tuta daw siya ng Amerika. Yan research po yan. Hindi po galing sa akin yan. Galing kay PRRD mismo. Ay, gandang gabi, sabi ni Winsel. Hi Nilda, hi Kanguso. So, yung iba dyan na basa ko na. Ulitin ko, pag wala na pong comments, end up po ang ating gan. Yeah. Lagyan tayo dito sa kay Gayam Pip. So, sabi ni Sir Amig kay Sir Ruel Lingahan, you cannot disregard the farm to market road. Kasi pag dugtugin natin ang isla, kung wala tayong easier access to farm, wala naman tayong itatawid na produkto dahil naputol. Yeah. So, that is it. Sabi ni, I'm beginning to like Roel. Kasi he's not afraid to voice his opinion. Biyahera po ako at nakikita ko rin yung abalang traffic. Pero hindi tayo natututo. Nakikita pa rin natin yung kulang sa plano. Kaya nga inaral na, palagay mo ba in posting the subway, hindi na mabuti yan ng gobyerno? There's no planning stage? Siguro noon, wala silang plano. Kaya, kalat, di ba yung project sa Laguna de Bay Spill Project, na dinisregard ang kontrata, nagbayad pa tayo sa Netherlands. Di sana, nag-iis na ang flooding sa Manila. Kasi hindi naaral mabuti. Dito, ibahin natin si PBBM. Inaaral niya mabuti po, Sir Ruel Lingahan. Pati yung mga pabahay niya, yung mga pabahay nga niya, magagandang parang kondo talaga yung mga bahay. Nakita mo ba? Yung mga projects na malalaki yun. Nakita mo ba yung mga pabahay niya? Parang kondo po. So, ikaw na mismo, nabihero ka. Kung you spend so much in traffic, sa gasolina na lang, inabot ka ng traffic. How much gasoline do you spend more because of the traffic? Tama ka in one sense. Itong tama ka. Kailangan maganda yung plano. Ruel, tama ka. Kaya mo, binabasa lahat dito ng comments. Hindi po ako tutol sa Farm to Market Road. Anak ako na magsaka at sumaki akong saka. Dapat priority nga yan. Ang sabi ko, yung mga hindi kailangan natin yung subway. Kailangan natin yung bridges. Yung project nga from Zambales to Manila Bay to Cavite. Kailangan yun kasi it shortens the travel time by almost 4 hours. Look how much people from those parts of the country will save going to Manila. Besides, siguro magkakaroon ng toll gate yan. Alam mo ba yung PPPP? Public-private enterprise na joint. So, magkakaroon ng, that is the use of the Maharlika Fund also. Okay. Okay. I'll be there well sa premiere po. Turko. Nice po ang exchange ng opinion natin. Ruel Lingahan. Alam mo, we welcome all diverse opinions po. Good day. Tatay Jack first and everyone, general opinions. Yan ang pasimuno ng horse trading. Late siyang nagbate. PRD uses BFA exchange. Tama na naman si Ceramic. Walang masama doon sa ginawa ng PRD. I'm all for it. Pero pag si PBB ang gagawa, bakit niyo papatikutin? Tatabagin niyo siyang kung anong pangalan. Yun lang ang complaint ko. Okay. Good morning, Tatay. Okay. Busy sa work. Natatrabaho ka. Team replay yan. Okay. Sabi ni Shine, what PRD did was a wise decision because his concern is the benefit to the people. Correct. When you're thinking of the Filipino people, don't ascribe any other intentions or bad intentions on the part of PBBB. He's thinking of the Filipino people. Kaya nga, iminom ko nga yung LS ko para lang makasali ka, Shine. I am very glad that I transferred my LS hours to 8:30. Pero malapit na tayong matapos kasi baka mag-live si Panagboy. I don't want to... Sir Amic, ganun ba yun? Kaya pinabayaan niya yung sa panon nila? Or it's just puro singkit lang siya? No. Sabi mo, kasi ang titingin ko, ang pagmamahal sa bansa, ang pro-Chinese po si PRD. Pero mas mahal niya ang ating bansa. Yun ang analysis ko. Ewan ko kung nagdi-disagree ka. Even that, despite na he is pro-Chinese, he allowed the Americans to avail of the Visiting Forces Agreement. Diba kontra yan ng Chinese? That indicates alone na he loves their country more than he loves the Chinese. Pero ang sentiment pa rin niya is nasa Chinese. Pero, mahal niya ang bayan. Hindi yan ang analysis ko. Ewan ko kung you share my analysis. Pero that's how I analyze it. Otherwise, okay. Shine, you have the last word. You have the last comment. So, thank you very much to everybody. I love you all. I see you next LS. As usual, every time I start my program po, it's si BBBM unang topic ko. And rest assured, all of my opinions are based on research. Hindi po gawa-gawa po. At least, tama ka dyan. Sure, sabi niya, 1,000 nga lang. Hindi na 1,500 eh. 1,000 sabi niya eh. So whatever the decision he has, he thought it very well. 50-50 pa rin ba ako sa kanyang decision na whether it's for or against. As for my sentiment, I am for. But he could go against because of the national security issue. Okay, you have the last word, Sir Amic. Okay, sayang, walang umakyat. The member is always there. So thank you. God bless you all. I love you. And it's time for me to go.